Hi, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Stassi. Thank you so much for being here today. Do you have your pumptinis? Do you have your Vanderpump Rosé? Because we are back, baby. Part 2 of our Vanderpump podcast. And I am joined by sulsulmelb, the Disney Sims, and Simsathon. Welcome back, babies, for part 2.
Thank you so much. We're here. We're here.
I'm so excited. Like, oh my God. Like, we have so much more we need to talk about. I feel like this is gonna like maybe a 3-part, maybe a 4-part, but we're gonna get everything we can into part 2. I had so much fun on the first podcast because everybody like we love Vanderpump Rules, but a lot of people in our real lives don't know what Vanderpump Rules. So for us, we're like, oh my God. Okay, so like this, and then this, and then this. But before we dive in,
you need to look at it.
Yeah, like we're basically the new Swifties, okay? Like if we're like, oh my God, so like apparently, or we're also the new apparently kid. I think Disney Sims sent me that, or somebody did this past week. They're like, so apparently Raquel said this, and apparently this is like we've just like that's just basically so like apparently like this is going on. But before we dive in, let's do a quick round of introductions. And sulsulmelb, you go first.
Hey guys, sulsulmelb. Love the Sims, love Vanderpump, love Bravo, and make my Sims act like they are Bravo housewives. I love it. They just had a cool Pride rollout. I'd made some time to post that, but eventually I want them to. I made a Lisa Vanderpump in the universe, so eventually I want the girls to run into Lisa Vanderpump and get some pumptinis.
Yeah. All I can hear is James was like, a pumptini.
Pumptini.
Disney Sims, baby girl, welcome back.
What up?
Nardville is coming for your spot, eh? We talked about that. We actually did a really big shout out for you during our stress management podcast this week of how much we love you and that he's coming for your throne for most times on this podcast.
I'm willing to give up the title. I am okay with that, but I do love being here. I'm sure we'll keep competing for that spot. I'll be on here as many times as you want to have me on here. I love talking about everything we talk about. Right. So I'm Court, aka the Disney Sims, aka Townie Tales. I love bringing in pop culture to my Sims stories as well. I just got introduced to sulsulmelb last week and I binged her account and I am obsessed. Love it. And I can't wait to discuss more. I'm into all things trash TV. So bring it on.
I love it. Well, welcome back, Simathon.
Thank you.
So have a quick little round of introductions.
Yeah. Well, I'm Ellen, aka Simsathon. And just a Vanderpump Rules fan, just a simmer. That's it.
No big deal.
No big deal. Like best of both worlds, baby. I love it. Well,
that's me.
Let's dive in. Disney, I want to say I loved the reel you made of me being LVP.
Oh my God, it was hilarious.
I died.
Part 2. We'll use it again for this one too.
Yes.
Okay, I actually sent Stassi like somebody for their wedding party introduction for the video. Did it to the Vanderpump and like, oh my God, you need to do that. That would be so funny.
Honestly, as soon as you sent that got added to our stuff this morning. I'm not kidding.
Amazing. You. I would die laughing. Please do it. It's so good.
I just realized that Disney Sims kind of looks like Britney. Like the smile.
Oh, Brittany, I do love her. I have to say, I do think she's a little, I don't know, broken when it comes to her perceptions of Jax, but I'll take that. I love her.
So sad day. And I think I wanted to talk about something that I think is brewing is the Faith case.
Yeah.
Yes, can we
because
talk about that?
yes,
I
of course.
actually saw you post about it, and then I deep dived into it after the fact. So thank you. Yes, please. I think you would be the best
so
person
just
to talk
speaking of
about this.
Brittany, like, girl, so I'm still going through, and so I just got through the blatant Brittany, Lala, Jax lie, and he like look me in my eyes and tell me I didn't say that. He's like, I didn't say that. And Brittany like, well, I don't know if I believe him or not. So I was already like, okay, great. So now I understand how Brittany like really came into the equation and like, interesting. So then to then see the faith stuff, like, what are you talking about? This is 2020. What are you talking about that her and Kristen called the cops on Faith because Jax slept with Faith, allegedly, or whatever, Jax slept with Faith, stepped out on Brittany. Like, what are we like? This is this man's. So it's similar to the frustration of Sandoval. Like,
Yeah.
These two dudes don't change. They haven't changed. They won't change.
No.
They have the same playbook.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to question the people that are choosing to stick by these people. Like,
Yes.
what are we doing? Yeah, please tell me your thoughts.
When you see like those videos of like these like privileged like white women usually calling and like using their privilege to get cops over to just intimidate some like a minority into doing whatever they want to do, like that's the exact same fucking energy. It is.
Yes.
Right? But like you literally have people canceled over this stuff, and yet like it's happening on TV, and it's like being just like kind of like dusted under the rug. And I feel like that happens a lot. Like there's been a few instances on TV too where you'll see like one person will get like mad canceled over something, and rightfully so in situations, but then you have other people who did match the same energy, and just it's like it didn't happen. It's so weird.
It's so interesting. So speaking of that, you know that Natalie Portman is kind of going through a similar-ish situation.
Yes.
Kind of like the way that she was the Black Swan, she was with the Black Swan director.
Yeah.
And I think she probably got into that relationship in not so the best of ways. Similar to a Khloe Kardashian, not the best of ways. So then when I look at like Ariana Madix, or even if you take Raquel, it's not the best of ways. It's like what the energies are very interesting. And again, Ariana, Tom Sandoval's awful, but I am now still watching Sheena's mom contact Ariana's mom contact Sheena to tell you that something's going on.
Exactly.
What do you want us to do? What, and like when is Brittany gonna hold Jax? When is Jax gonna ever be accountable?
No.
And what do you mean, like, Stassi, you're mad about this? We had no problem calling the cops on a Black woman. You're wild. You're wild.
Right?
Well, I'm sure he's coming back to the show or on a show similar in some capacity. Like there's really no consequences. And like even when they do something wrong, it's like they just like go away for a little bit, and then they come back, and it's like, look who's back, look who's making their entrance, and it's like this like debut thing again. Wouldn't surprise me if like Raquel goes like, quiet for a while and then makes a emergence like a villain in a TV show. That's exactly what they're doing.
Like next season.
Yeah.
She's back.
Oh,
you think?
Yeah, right.
100. Oh, they're gonna milk the shit. I'm honestly, I was shocked by the truth revealed. I wasn't sure I was shocked that they didn't go anymore, because at the end of the reunion, like they kind of just really dropped it off at Raquel. We know there's an entirely full interview. I'm shocked that has not been out. Like, how come Bravo's not milking the shit out of this still? Like, they kind of just like, okay, it's done. But like, I understand like people want to move on with their lives and everything, but this is like the biggest fucking cash cow right now. Like, why are we not out here? But like, again, like Jax, like he disappeared. Like he quit, or I think basically they were gonna fire him. He didn't want to give him the satisfaction, so he quit. Him and Brittany quit. They were like fucking nowhere, and kind of like we were talking about before this podcast started, like Jax is on every fucking podcast now. Every time Sandoval opens his mouth, he's on somewhere. He's like, I've known him. Like he's like basically like trying to like milk it and try to get as much out of here, because like Jax and Brittany, like Jax never really got like a business off the ground like everybody else kind of did. What was it? What was the beer cheese? the like Brittany and
Yeah.
Jax and Brittany were gonna do a beer cheese recipe and sell it, or he was gonna go be a sports anchor for fucking in Florida. That was not real. And I think something like Ariana said to like an interview, it's Jax is like, this is just who this person is. Okay. It's not a person. Like this is not this. This is just who this and that's exactly Jax is just a bag of shit. But Tom. And
going back, oh sorry, I was gonna say going back to like his interactions with Faith and what he was saying about Brittany, like tear your heart. Like I feel so bad that like Brittany spends every day with this man knowing that he said stuff like that behind her back.
So then where are we, especially with like, then it's kind of extra weird then for them Brittany to be in this commentary about the Ariana Tom situation when like this you like, what? That's so, and like, and then I hope someone is like, who's in Brittany's corner, like who, especially so close to the scandal that literally like everybody has an opinion about, but then obviously lifelongers here, Vanderpump lifelongers, they've known the terrible track record. Even Tom Schwartz, still, he's nowhere near as disturbing as those two, and then Peter, and then Tom Schwartz is like back here because Peter's disgusting. And the fact that Lisa has allowed Peter to like fornicate with her entire staff is what is up with that? So that's not okay. That's not okay. What the behaviors have been allowed until, and then I forgot James Kennedy. He likes to move, but then he likes somewhere. And I like, sure, he was a lot younger. So you had Jax, who's the oldest, 36, stealing $300 sunglasses, cool brow. And then you have James Kennedy, 22, dating Kristen, and then trying to get Lala. And it's like these, but then they're following the same toxic, all of them cheating, all of them.
So incestuous.
It's bizarre that, like, if I were Sheena or if I were Lala, if I were any of the other girls, I'd be looking at Brittany like sorrows.
Yeah. No. But so I mean, I'm flattered that you think I look like her.
Yeah. It was a compliment, I promise.
Look at you, Rogue from X-Men.
So cute. I think she's so cute. It's so sad. It's
and
just
she's so friendly, but Jax.
Yeah. See, the thing is I think it's an act. I think her being friendly is an act. I think she has a dark. If she's marrying Jax Taylor, she has a dark passenger inside her.
Yeah.
There's
got to.
There has to, like, and sometimes you can see it, like if she's like going against somebody, like she's sharp, just as Jax. But I think she just has the Kentucky accent that makes her sound sweeter.
Right. Yes, and then the people naturally will perceive her as maybe not as intellectual, the Southern stereotype. What is her sign? Does anybody know?
Oh, let's Google this. I will find it.
Yeah, I want to know.
Simpson,
I want to know too.
But let's talk about, because me and Simpson had we were talking about Jax being like, do we think Jax is going to change being a dad? My personal, from what I've seen online, Jax seems to be a good dad. From what
he's great with kids. Yeah, he's great with kids,
right? But is that all for show? Of being like, look, I spend time with my son when the cameras are on, but when the cameras are off, I don't do anything. The thing is,
out partying, cheating, talking to other women.
Okay.
I don't know.
So we know Jax is a Cancer. We've talked about this before.
My Cancers.
And he is married to an Aquarius.
Oh.
What's your opinion on that, Sul?
Well, my partner is an Aquarius and I'm a Cancer. And I know that the infamous Cancer Aquarius was Tom and Kristen. They were Cancer Aquarius. Now listen, my Aquarius though is he's Earth, Wind, and Fire. So he's Virgo. Oh yes. So there's like Virgo, Aquarius, and then Leo. And then I am Gemini, Cancer, Virgo. And I think especially the Virgo alignment, Lisa Vanderpump, like we and all the other little Virgos, we get it. Right,
I get it.
Raquel, I get it, girl. I get
Yeah,
it.
I do
But
too. And I get
like,
Lala as well.
I get it, but
Yeah.
so yeah, I think it matters what else is also peppered in the chart. So
Yeah.
the air and the water, it's a nice combo, but it can be chaotic, and it can yeah.
I will
Yeah.
say as well, I think with Brittany, there's a dynamic with Jax in that he was a prize to be won, even if he wasn't that great of a prize when you think of it.
The woman that changed him.
Yeah,
the bell, the bell that tamed the beast.
I get to get like this beautiful man, and he might be like, you know, not who I want him to be on the inside, but I can work on that because I like what he looks like on the outside and what he brings to the life of getting to be famous. Like I really do think like there's a component to that with Brittany. And then I think Jax likes Brittany because she is a ride or die for him. Like I just don't think she's gonna go anywhere. And that's what he wanted. He says it all the time that he only plans on being married once, and that's like it. I'm not sure if that's how it will end up going down for him, but the fact that like that is something that he consistently says in interviews lets me know that he really wants somebody that's never going to give up on him. And look at Stassi, like all she did was give up on him. Like that was so triggering, but also like he was sabotaging himself. He was in his 30s dating somebody in her 20s who she was also completely providing for him at that time. Like cringe. Like, anyway.
But like
I've been a Stassi and dating a partner that is way older. And like same. So I us Cancer women, it's tragic.
But let's not forget what was one of the main things that Brittany started dating Jax for. He was gonna get her a boob job. That was a huge thing of like, oh, like, you know, we come into LA because like she worked at Hooters. That was like how, and then he got her a boob job. And I that never sat well with me. I know what also never sat well with me is he used to continuously fat shame her.
Yes,
all the time.
He did with face conversations. It drove me nuts.
And I never found Brittany fat. I thought she looked normal. She still looks normal. And like I remember, but I think that's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. And then she got on Jenny Craig, lost a bunch of weight, became a spokesperson for that, which yay for her. I love that. But at the same time, like he'd be like, "Oh, like you gotta go work out, like go to school," and I'd be like, "Dude, you go work out.
Sit on the couch all day."
But his favorite porn category is BBW, so I'm confused. According to Stassi season 1, season 1, she's like every time on his phone, BBW. So excuse me, sir, you're telling on yourself, sir.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Like, just disturbing.
It is.
Can we? She was so skinny in the first season because she was so poor.
That too.
The LA life.
That too.
Yeah.
I wanted us to
change too. Oh, so sorry.
Oh no, you're good. I was just gonna talk about the Schwartz's mom thing because I wanted us to like kind of wrap up on that. And just like the disturbingness of Schwartz like number one, I guess, are the Toms broken up and what's going on with Schwartz and Sandy's?
I think that like I don't know, like I googled it this week just for shits and giggles, and like people are making reservations, like it seems full. I don't know. It's things like if you hear Jax like, oh, there's nobody there, but sometimes you'll see people's stories like it's full, but are these older stories? Like we don't know. I was gonna say I was literally about to call you Brittany. Disney says.
I mean, Brittany, Courtney, similar, right? No, I was gonna say I do know that they are trying to buy Sandoval out of the restaurant. I've heard that happen, but again, it could be all rumors as well. Like I heard that Schwartz and Sandy's wasn't doing well. I think I commented on that last week and then later found out that it was just Jax trolling. So
hoping it's not doing well.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He's just manifesting it out there into
But
existence.
people are going to Swatch and Sandys to talk about the scandal,
Right.
right?
Right.
To
Yeah.
get some tea time.
I mean, that's all the people who are still going to Tom's concerts. Like, I always wonder about them too. Like, you're buying the
Why?
ticket to like see the freak show live to
Yeah.
hear him do Schwartz's mom, which also Schwartz's mom. Are we okay with this still?
No.
It's getting a little weird.
No,
It's
it's
getting a little
weird.
weird.
It's getting, especially this week we were talking about before, like, hey Schwartz, remember when you used to be a homeowner when you had a lawn? Like we're talking about ride or
No,
dies there. Tom
silly.
Schwartz is Tom Sandoval's ride or die. He full out fucking lied for him in the reunion. You can full out see it now. And then he just turns around when everyone's like, yo, like, you need to separate yourself from this man. Like, you're going to lose everything. And he does. And then that hurt Sandoval to being a fucking narcissist, being like, I guess our friendship wasn't real. Right? Like, I think it's just so fucking weird. Like, Sandoval, in my opinion, has never held himself accountable for anything.
Ever.
Even in the reunion, like, he's like, I just
Ariana. I hate this.
Ariana. Like, I've seen so many like people, like there's so many. And I'll send them to you guys now. But like people making fun of like Ariana, like, dude, like, oh, come on, man. Like,
here's
like,
the thing. She was, though. I think what's so funny is that she was cutting his fashion because you're not a fashion god. So she was bullying you because you're corny, dog. And Ariana's miserable. There were so many times, especially in season 4, where Sheena was like, y'all literally look miserable together. Y'all never look like you're having a good time together. And I'm sure you see Ariana, like, she's like, I don't know how many times I need to explain to you. Like, she has to talk to him like this because he is so inconsiderate, so emotionally manipulative. But it was like, okay, Ariana, you knew all of these things, but then why are you still in this relationship? Schwartz, you have now seen him interact with not just the women on the show, but even the men on the show. The way that, and I think because, like, yeah, Jax was such a huge clusterfuck and was actively kind of poisoning everyone else's lives, that they were so desperate to like get rid of, like, to be happy that he was gone, that Tom and the other Tom and Peter could all just still be creeps in the back while everybody's like pointing at Jax. But once Jax was removed, like, what are we left with? We're left with this and fun James Kennedy.
And James.
And James and Raquel was like, it's lacked seasoning. It lacked.
Yeah.
He didn't like her. He actively did not like that girl. It was very apparent. The way he talks about, oh my gosh, it was this season 10, and it was her purse that like he got for her. And he was like, I don't remember that. Like, I don't remember ever giving you that bag. She was like, you bought it for me for my birthday? And he's like, I don't remember that. I don't remember it. I
don't remember it. No, you're lying. You're lying, bitch. I don't remember which time. Confessional. Oh, she's such a bitch. I definitely didn't buy that for her. I would remember that. I would not buy a shit bag. That's a shitty bag. Fuck you. Like, and like that. But that's James Tennessee. And like, I was like, yeah. So you guys, like, you bought it for my birthday, and we bought it together at Brown's. Don't you remember? And he's like, no, I'd never do that.
No.
I don't know who won the impersonation contest between you two, but it was gold on both sides.
Have you
And
guys?
you know, I'm scared he's gonna funny his way, because clearly we're identifying that all the men are clearly learning from each other's nasty playbook, and the girls are not holding them accountable. So I'm afraid that James is like making us laugh, but we're like, he is a problem, though. Like,
so problematic.
Oh,
he is a problem. George Michael's godson is a problem, and I love George Michael. God bless him.
I really don't understand why all the girls want to sleep with James, especially when they started dating
does he
Raquel.
like? Does he hang low or something? Like, is there a reason?
No, he does not, because Lala when he was trying to sleep with Lala, she had only Magnum, because y'all know how Lala get down.
Yeah.
And she said that he couldn't fill the Magnums. So I think it's like, and then she was like, maybe it's the accent, which is probably what is getting most people.
The
It's
DJ.
just, it's a lot. That's like,
It's
why is
ridiculous,
Allie here?
guys? Like, do you see those things? You see that jawline?
Like I just find like never met in person. I want to slap more in the face than James, because like he he's like the most like backstabbing bitch I've ever met. Like Traum,
A child, a
it's just a
petulant
child.
child.
He's
Right.
the biggest bitch on the show. 100%.
100%.
That's why people love him.
When
But
he
yeah,
said,
it's so problematic.
"You're such a nasty slut," and then the next day, "I love you."
And then he
Kristen."
spit on the door. Like,
Oh
you
my
can't.
He was such a
Ew.
dick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, like, Schwartz is full on pouring drinks on people's head, though. So, like, they're all freaking problematic, and they're the ones that they keep wanting to actually be featured on TV. Like, Schwartz is on that Mars show now. Like,
yeah.
yeah.
But
Which
like,
I think,
Oh,
is that where he said that him and Tom were like, or he was done with Sandoval, and then they asked Tom, and he was like, no. He said he was done with Sandoval. Like, no, dude.
Yeah,
He
I
might have
know.
said he was done with you.
I just every time I see Tom, like, yeah, no, that's 100%. It's the Celebrities on Mars or whatever. Get Me Out of
Yeah.
Mars or whatever.
Stars on Mars.
Stars on Mars.
yeah,
Whatever
there
the
we go.
bullshit-
That's what it's
bullshit
called.
as it is. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't like. I think he's just doing it to appease the world, but I think him and Tom are still jacking
Are
each other
still
up.
thick. Yeah.
100%. Like even
They
Jason's
have
like,
such a toxic dynamic. Like, you can even when they were trying to figure out the names and stuff, like you'd see Schwartz like triangulating Katie to Tom
Yeah.
Sandoval to
Yes.
get what he wanted. It's so weird.
I don't. So speak. Oh no, go ahead, please. Go ahead.
Going back to season 1, did you guys know that Stassi cheated on Jax with Frank?
yes.
Yeah.
100%. Because that's the whole thing when
And-
Jax like takes his fucking shirt off in parking lot. It's like, let's go in like a fucking TJ Maxx parking lot. Okay, like that's the most. Okay, so fun
I
fact.
miss those days.
For Rose Chronicles, in the first part of like when James is about to fight Oliver, he takes his shirt off. That was from that scene, because that's all I could imagine is like Alpha Bros taking their shirt off, being like, "Let's go,
Absolutely.
man."
Oh man. So I just wrote for my next season of Townie Tales, I made the party house similar to Vanderpump.
Yes.
And I tried to like put in like a few things there, like Lala when she's like talking about like being in the friend zone and how you're just waiting to sit on someone's face. It's just like, that's so going in there. That is gold.
Everything Lala said is gold. Okay.
Oh,
Like, I don't care.
Absolutely.
Everything is a catchphrase that comes out of her mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Send it to Daryl.
Okay, I think that
Send
is
it to Daryl.
so it was her Scandival merch that got her home. I think it was her send it to Daryl fucking sweater that got her.
And
that
it's
house.
so
that. I
cute.
need to.
I
It's
want it.
so cute.
I want it. Fucking
Yeah.
send it to Daryl. Okay.
How do you think Tom Sandoval's merch is doing?
Can we? No, because I've seen people buying it to burn it. You're still giving him the money.
The money. Y'all are wild.
money.
Don't understand how this works. You're going to his concerts to see but then like he's like, oh yeah, we're sold out at that one bar. So Brittany, do you want to come if you got any?
Oh, that was so funny.
Get out of here. What are you doing?
He's so unaware. So unaware.
But also aware, because he knows that's going to get Jax. And if we're talking about how Jax is out there like talking, it keeps, I dare we say, not that he's a mastermind, but this is intentional. This man is him trying to fake cry when he does, and
Yes.
green light. So like he has to be thinking on some type of calculation. I'm just still trying to
He's
figure
just so
out
bad at
what's
it.
the game
So
plan.
obvious.
What is the game plan, sir? Do you need help? Who's your PR? Who helps you?
Right?
Yeah.
Someone needs help. He needs help. I think Schwartz got.
Did you know that Jax and Brittany's publicist is Lori Kay, like that famous Bachelor publicist?
What?
Like
No.
she's like the publicist of stars, and Jax and Brittany are under her. Now she probably has like a bunch of publicists under her, but yeah,
Mhm.
it's crazy that
Having Jax as a client
to imagine.
to like upsell him somewhere, like, you know,
Yeah.
Jax, you know.
Jax should just stay in the little corner where he's like, I don't want him back.
And I think this,
He's coming back.
I fear
know.
it. It's coming. Yep, I fear
It
it.
is. It's 100% coming back.
But think about the TV. It's going to be so good too.
Well, because
Good?
that's all what it like good versus trash.
Well, it's Vanderpump Rules. We need some
You don't-
shitty ass people.
right? So basically, this is how season 11, because it's gonna start filming really soon. It's gonna be like they're gonna be like after Scanderval, and it's gonna show like Lala in her house and Sheena with her baby and all that stuff, and it's gonna be like everyone's like we're so happy, and then we're gonna see all the fighting, and we're gonna see Lala fighting with Teresa and all that good stuff, and they're gonna be like guess who's back, and it's gonna be showing Jax's house, and then with the crew's like we're back. And like
No,
that
you-
is exactly how that trailer is gonna go. I will bet.
You know that it's time, and then it cuts.
Yeah, exactly,
The best.
exactly. Like no,
I love that song, y'all. It's so
I know
good.
it.
Me too. I listen to it when I walk
Me
around.
too. I added it to my Spotify. I was
Those
like,
days.
this song is so good. I also did put on James Kennedy's music in the background, and I've listened to it. It's no girl talk, but it's
It's
okay.
something.
It's
So,
yeah.
okay. He's
It-
trying it. He's working.
So a couple weeks ago, we were sitting and I was like, Jason's like, let's like put some music on. And it's like, I want some like trashy music. And I was like, Good as Gold. And he's like, what? I was like, putting Good as Gold. And he's like,
Trash.
okay. And then you hear, and cause it's good as gold.
Love it. Love it, Sheena. She was the queen of that.
But Jason was
Queen of
saying
that.
last week, because like last week, because I was out bake stand and we had the cereal, and he went inside and ate it, and all you hear is, and the song is like, because that's good, and I start laughing, and he's waiting to hear my reaction. I was like, what song is this? But she was just too late to the party. If that was like 2007, like before Kesha and Katy Perry, like that would have been like the it shit. But because it was 2013, it was
Yeah.
way too late. But
Such
then
a
I showed
We were done.
but then I showed
We were
him
out.
Lala and James's songs, and then like
And that's why Lala was also, I think that's also might have something to do with the trap. That's why she was like, the fact that she was chasing around homegirl for sleeping with him and putting all the bruises and scratches on James's back. And then like, I'm like, Lala, you're really doing all this for James Kennedy, but it's because they wrote them little songs. And that's, get a little girl writing a little song, little Bella Edward, do. It works. It works.
Okay,
Oh, yes.
but
I love you so much.
which song would you choose to listen to for the rest of your life? Can You Freak Bitch or Good as Gold?
oh,
Good as Gold.
Good as Gold.
Yeah. Good as Gold
Yeah.
is like legit good.
Good as Gold Hoover One remix, because they put the sauce to
Savings.
that.
Yes. Because I think you can buy the gold album. I think it's out now because Sheena was
Which
like
is
was
so
plugging
cute.
it. I
I love it.
right.
That was so
Sheena
cute.
was making things happen before they were cool too. Like, you know how Stassi made fun of her for having like the little butterfly? Like that's all the rage now. Like Sheena was ahead of her time. Crop
She's a
top wedding
trendsetter.
dress. She is a trendsetter. People look at her and they're like, "What are you wearing?" And it's like, whatever. Give it 5 years. You're all gonna be wearing it.
Mhm.
So I got through Sheena's first wedding, and yeah, the crop tops and her just being like, "That's what I like," and so yeah, and it's great, and this is so good. And then like she's stuck in a closet And then they're
The
singing.
song plays, and she's like, "You have to stop the music. It's not this time."
And I
Oh,
think
it
that's
was
when
so
we knew,
rough.
Sheena, this marriage.
Not gonna
I'm
make it.
sorry, Sheena.
Oh man.
So
Oh,
many bad omens
But I
have
have
come
a
out of that
question
wedding.
for you guys.
Coachella was so shitty. How
Uh,
mad would you be, Stassi?
Oh, okay. 26 when I got proposed to in 2019, me would have been like, but 2023, so he's like, oh, that's fine. They'll play. We'll get them to play it twice. I've been doing this wedding for 4 years, baby. Let's go. But Simsathon, you got a question?
yeah. What's your opinion of Shay?
Garbage. I never liked him. I didn't. But the thing is what made me mad is so someone who, for myself, has fought with sobriety for a good chunk of my life and has been sober for many years and has been drug free for it will be 12 years this year. For her to go to Shay, like, I can't thank you. To first someone to be like, I can't be with someone who's 100% sober. That is the moment that lost me for Sheena.
Yeah.
Being sober is not a death sentence, in my opinion, but I don't think Shay added any value to her life. And the fact that like he was stealing all this money from her to buy drugs. I mean,
Yeah, the
no
whole
better liar.
situation was really unfortunate.
No better liar than a drug dealer. Drug user. I mean, that's literally it is what it is. But I just saw Shay and it was triggered by the stuff that's what I used to do. So, but he was just shitty and then constantly dragging her after. So
I also, like, Lisa tried to, and I really appreciated Lisa, which is why, again, Lisa, your behavior in season 10 reunion now is like, girl, you have been so thick in these girls, especially the girls. You've been so thick in all of when they've got cheated on, when Tom refused to act right with Katie, when like you have been there through this. And she was trying to tell Sheena, like, he can't just work out and then not be an addict. Like, he needs a lot of help. Like, and she's like, no, like, we're just working out and he can just drink one. Like, I don't understand why you can't just drink one and not feel a buzz. And I'm like, Sheena, like, she just didn't understand that. However, the two, like, because there was like, she didn't know about this, how bad this addiction was, and she didn't know about, there were so many things that then, yeah, Sheena, this person just isn't for you, unfortunately. But as soon as, I think they should have just gotten help immediately, and she was trying to figure it out herself. And then I think that's when they went to Hawaii, like in the midst of all of that. And I was like, dude, but like, you're putting him amongst all the people who still use, everybody's having a good time. Like, then just natural peer pressure, even though they're not like, do it. There's just still the social aspects of like, well, y'all are getting like hammered and making out in the hot tub, and the only way I can do that is if I've had a few. So then it sucks. You're sitting over there watching Tom, all of them be drunk. I'd rather pop. I'd rather pop. Yeah. So poor guy, but also unfortunate. Like, yuck.
I hope he's okay. Like, as is like
absolutely,
today, I hope he's sober. Yeah, Disney. Where is Shay?
Figuring it out, right? Also, what was
this is literally what I'm typing right now. And it says from Vanderpump Rules. It comes up right away.
Yeah, because like he like never came back. Like he never tried to get back with Sheena. He was never like, because like, for an example, like, yeah, like James broke up with Raquel, but Raquel was still a cast member when they just cut like Shay off. Like, they're like, you're done.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. So like, we don't know. I mean, I hope he's okay. I hope he's no longer an addict, and I hope he found the solace of what he was looking for to becoming sober, because it is a very uphill battle.
It was like all about Sheena and Rob. Shay was like history the next season.
Fucking hanging the TV, or Penguin guy. Bottom of Penguin. Wait, I don't know if you're not there yet, so I just spoiled that.
No, I'm not there yet. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah.
I haven't made it to Raquel yet.
Yeah.
I'm almost there.
Raquel coming in, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Like she's even more dumb at the beginning.
That's what I've been seeing, all the clips and all like the hot high moments of her, the long hair Raquel, the puppy party, the like it's she seems so then it's
She has
interesting
her
that
master's, guys.
Yeah, she has a diploma. She's smart.
Right. And sorry, not a master's, just it's not just a diploma. I don't mean it like that.
No, I was gonna say, like, I already have diplomas.
I'm like, I have, that's all I have too. I'm not trying to shame anybody, but yeah, no, sorry.
no, yeah. But she seems, just very. Oh, but then Lala said, I mean, whatever school that Raquel is from, she's like, if this is the product,
get your money back.
But
get
Raquel is
your
so
money
So
back.
true though, that like having a degree really just
Means
means nothing. Like I know
nothing.
plenty of people that are just good test takers and they do not hold up in industry.
Absolutely. I think
Raquel is
you
not
are what you
street
make it.
smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just, like what I was kind of hoping with Raquel, and this is like hoping, I thought this was gonna be like a Paris Hilton scenario, kind of like we talked about last time, of like, yo, like maybe she's actually really smart, but she's just playing like the dumb. Nah, that girl.
No.
We're gonna use the S word here. We're gonna use stupid.
Her and Schwartz, I think, have similar problems. They're yes men. They're like hardcore people pleasers, and they are in Sandoval's orbit.
Can we also just take a minute and talk about Schwartz's awkward Tinder date or Hinge date?
Ew.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's so awkward.
Yeah, like, why are you bringing up the kiss thing to this first time? And like, this girl knew. She knew who he was. She knew she was gonna get on the show. Okay.
That's that's the angle. And so I'm assuming that's the theory about Allie, that's her angle too.
100% to get on. Like, I like Allie though, but I'm concerned in like 2 seasons from now, because like usually you like everybody when they first come on, but once they get knee deep in, you're like, oh, I don't like them. And then they have like good seasons and bad seasons. But like, I don't know, like Allie right now seems level, but we don't know if that's just TV Allie. We don't know her yet versus real Allie. She
does seem like she has a pretty good head on her shoulders though. Like, I don't know. I do feel like she is good for James, but I can't wait for the James Lala wedding. Still holding out for that.
James Lala wedding.
They're gonna be the new Tom and Pamela. 100%.
Yeah, exactly.
They're our generation of Tom.
Truly, especially the way that they live and look.
Yeah, Simpson, what do you want to talk about?
Yeah, can we talk about the girls' trip?
Oh, yeah.
Katie,
Yes.
Raquel, Lala.
Lucky you don't have one.
So me and Simpson, we have different opinions because I see myself like a Lala. So I didn't find it bullying in my personal opinion because girlfriends are catty. Like me and my girlfriends, like we are like thick as thin. Like we are catty. We're catty bitches to one another. But that's our friends.
That close with them, so
yeah. But
then therefore it's bullying because it's very much she's not.
She's not in the group
and calling her like a serial killer.
But we don't know, like the thing is we saw what we wanted to see. They showed us that parts. We don't know what Raquel is like. Every friend group has that person and you're like, are they gonna murder us?
Also, just to I guess a little disagree. So didn't like Raquel only recently find out that Lala and James had slept together and then
like a week before.
So like I feel like that dynamic was also going on. Like ultimately Raquel shouldn't have gone on the trip, and she knew that in hindsight. It was a bad move for her because they're not your friends. You're not in the circle. I do feel like she was kind of set up a bit with like hooking up with
Oliver.
Garcelle's son. Yeah, because like Lala was flirting with him too, right? So
and imagine her just now getting that information about the James betrayal. So like clearly she is going for Lala. Like Lala is her in her mind. Virgo for Virgo. Like,
but do we believe
and Virgos clash?
But do we believe Lala saying that like she was fine with it? it was completely fine. She laughed it off until
It wasn't
it
fine. She
No,
was so
yeah,
pissed.
Lala was upset. Yeah, Lala was big upset.
Yeah, big mad.
Bigly mad. Bigly
Yeah.
upset.
I don't know. I just feel like Raquel always felt like the outcast,
Outsider. Yeah.
like Sheena, and so she just wanted to hang out with the guys.
yeah.
So
Ugh.
it's not okay what she did. No, not even
Yeah.
close.
But like
Mean girl energy.
well, yeah, but I get it. So like you had the Sheena, Ariana, Raquel, like that friend group, and then you had Katie, Lala, and Christina Kelly.
The
Again,
remnants of WeHo.
Yeah, the remnants of
Yeah.
WeHo. Like I don't know why. Like you guys are saying, like I don't know why Raquel would think she would fit in. Like they have nothing in common. I think
Yeah.
Katie was just trying to be like, hey, like let's
try.
do this. Also, Katie's significantly older and has lived a little bit more of a life. So like to me, like anytime I hang out with somebody, like I'm 29, anytime I hang with someone that's like 21, 22, I'm like, fuck me.
Mm-hmm.
Are you a serial killer? Am I the serial killer? Are we both the serial killer? I don't know. But it's just two different generations.
It doesn't work.
It didn't
doesn't work. Yeah.
I resonated more with Katie, Lala, and Christina Kelly because I'm closer. I mean, technically, I'm only 3 years older than Raquel, but my mindset is closer to them versus Raquel. To me, has the mindset of a 19-year-old.
Raquel shouldn't have gone to that trip.
No,
at all.
Yeah. No, and I mean, they had that sisterly moment in the car. I mean, Raquel was having
but they talked about how they were the ones that kind of triggered the anxiety attack beforehand. So although they were there for her, before,
what triggered it? What were they talking about?
They were talking about James, I think, and they kind of wanted to know more of like
what happened,
like what happened. And then she just got upset.
Family dinner, right?
Oh, right. He said, like, yeah, the things that he had said about her parents and all of that. Here's my thing. I also feel like, again, Lala knows because she is. It takes one to know one.
Yep.
And so Lala has been triggered this entire time by Raquel.
Yes.
And was not going to let her off the hook. She could see it. She could spot it.
She could
and
read
then
her.
Especially the Oliver thing. Absolutely. It pissed her off even more. I think her callousness about her sleeping with James was to further like trying to get this girl like to keep something, because also though in a woman's intuition, something was off with Raquel. Come to fucking find out, she's fucking Sandoval. And so it's like, that's what Katie could feel it. These girls can feel a snake, even though they refuse to behead the ones that they're sleeping with. They can feel it coming from a mile away. And Raquel was the perfect snake. And so even with the whole mistress thing, yes, that whole conversation was because I've been a hoe, girl. I know how you move. I know how we do it out here. I used to be out here sucking dicks to get on yachts, little girl. I know how to move. Yeah. So then, of course, she's like, I would not trust you around my man. I've seen girls like you.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have gone on the trip. And I'm sorry if you got bullied, but don't go on the trip. And then look at you. Look what you did. That's what they were picking up on. And then with your little likes.
Yes.
Stupid.
Damn, Mike, drop.
That's like poor girl, but also you're the villain and you're the villain and
you're the villain and leaves and goes and fucks Tom that night in her car.
It's disgusting. Why Sandoval? Of all people, Ariana was so nice to Raquel.
It wasn't about Raquel. It was about pleasing Tom. She wasn't thinking about Ariana at that time.
Ariana was not the best friend. Sheena was Raquel's best friend.
Yes.
Ariana was not Raquel's best friend. Raquel saw, and of course, here's Tom. Hey, he's putting
fucking
on
vampire era. He's like, yes.
I'm also putting it out there. I think that there's a vibe between Raquel and Ariana as well. I'm still putting this out there. I think that they both wanted to with each other.
Yep.
Yeah, and so I think that that was it too. So like when Ariana's going hard on Raquel, like I felt like Ariana was going hard on her like you would like an ex that you're
ex-girlfriend.
Yes.
I think it's happening, man. I'm telling you, like there's something there, and there was something.
That's why Raquel wanted
Ariana
that.
and Lala.
She wanted both. She wanted both of them.
Yeah,
A lover's triangle that never got to pop off.
Yeah, and that exists with them. It's more common in like certain areas than others, and it is common there.
It's actually a bummer that they didn't handle that, especially like them being the, you know, it's because she was talking about how they do drugs and have sex, and so I'm sure the sex that I've never had sex like that. Yeah, girl, okay, but I'm surprised that like if Lala's eaten Ariana's box, like clearly there's an openness, which is why the open relationship thing was plausible. So I feel like it was such a, but I think Ariana was like strictly against it, or at least that's what she said in the reunion. Like, no, it could never, like, I would never. I don't know. Did somebody remember that Ariana was talking about like she would never
her actions
entertain
don't
a
reflect
throuple.
what she's saying. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you can't say that and then like have had the experience with Lala, with Tom in there with you, right? So like I mean, you can change your mind on anything. Don't get me wrong. Like she can change that page on her book and want to be on the same page with the people that she's with. That's her prerogative. I totally respect that. But I do think that you can look at past behavior to kind of predict things, and that happened. Yeah. Cool.
Oh, Raquel, man. Raquel. Wait, so my sister, she's watching Adjacent. So she's not in it. But my sister is confused by Kent and Lisa Vanderpump's relationship. She has clocked it. So she'll say like she'll make, of course, her jokes like only being intimate with Ken like for
on her birthday.
On her birthday. And he gets a blowjob on his birthday.
Yeah. And so then my sister was like, the fuck?
Yes.
I was like,
it's not true. I don't think it's true.
I hope it's not true. I hope that was just a cheeky line on
I think that's who they are. I think I don't know. It seems like they have some kind of a dynamic. Don't get me wrong. I don't think they're like smashing every day. Right. Yeah. But like, I think they're both still into each other. Like, I think especially Ken, he's obsessed with Lisa. Like, you can't convince me otherwise. But again, if I found out he was sleeping with other people and Lisa knew about it, that also wouldn't surprise me. So I think it's the territory that they live in.
I can't see Ken as that playboy guy. Lisa.
No, I think he's more like sipping the tea with her. Like,
what's Ken's sign?
Yeah, he's James Kennedy. Like, in that respect.
Yeah, let's Google what is Ken's sign? Do we know?
Vanderpump.
Oh,
yeah.
I'll Google.
Please, thank you.
On it.
Ken.
I'm tripping. What's Ken's last name again? Simple. Todd?
It's Todd. Yeah. Ken Todd. July 21st. So he's a cusp.
Oh.
Cancer Leo cusp.
So that doesn't surprise me. Like the Leo component to him doesn't surprise me.
Especially for Pride. He loved that. It's very flamboyant. It's very loud, very fun.
He is very flamboyant, but like, again, like, I don't, I still think he's mad attracted to Lisa.
Oh, 100%. But that was always the joke. I make it all the time with Jason being like, it's not your birthday. Got to wait.
Yeah. I feel like people who make those jokes though, like, I tend to think, okay, you're probably regularly smashing. Like,
one would hope. We hope that. We hope.
I mean, if that's their thing, like, I mean, and like, let's get into like the different, like, you know what I mean? Like people, I think Ariana has said that she's kind of either Demi or A, like I can't remember like how she was like feeling. But yeah, like there's also a little bit of that in dynamics as well. Like
Ooh.
Katie and Schwartz all the time would say like they could like they it took them like what 37 days after he proposed to her to have sex with her.
Propose. Mm-hmm.
Because that was the whole thing.
It's not everybody's thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Now, I will say there's also just a lot of very unhealthy sexual habits that then can cause people to not be intimate. So I don't particularly feel too thrilled to have sex with Tom Schwartz, even though you proposed, but then also ring on a string. And then also we went to counseling and you still didn't tell her. And let's be honest, you're saying made out. And who knows what other secrets Jax has about Tom Schwartz? Because mind you, the only reason why he even bothered to try to come clean the first time around was because of Jax's blackmail.
Yep.
Yeah. But
which is bizarre.
I understand Ariana's sex decisions. Like, she didn't feel close to Tom.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You can't dinner with me. Go on a walk with me.
Intimacy is
she clearly laid out
things. Yeah, I don't think he was being like intimate with her because he wasn't around. You know what I mean? It's really hard to want to like open up in that regard when you don't feel like that sense of closeness. You know what I mean?
Just
like
coming home in the middle of the night.
Like, I'm not going to be like, oh, I haven't seen you in a week. Oh my God, you show me your dick. Let's have sex right now. No, you feel like a stranger.
The restaurant, the band, the Raquel, the
choice.
Yeah, not to get heavy, but at one point in mine and my husband's relationship, he had like a non-cancerous brain tumor on his pituitary gland, and it really impacted like, you know what I mean, the ability to do stuff for a little bit. But even during that time, like I never felt like we lost intimacy. Like we still danced in the kitchen and like, you know what I mean? Like we're like rubbing up on each other and like, you know what I mean? And like that part is still
and that's
so
what she wanted.
Relationship, you know what I mean? And so like even when you're not having there's so many things that make up intimacy, and like if you don't have some parts, it's really hard to open up in others. So yeah, I think that was probably happening because she said when her and him first got together that they did do like they were intimate quite a lot, and I'm sure she felt so connected to him.
Yeah.
What do you thought? They were so in love, doing stuff all the time, joking around.
Well, but also they had a common enemy, and that was Kristen. And I think that also fueled, like Ariana got to feel victimized by Kristen's fury. And so then that fueled like, oh my God, she's like obsessed with me, dude. And like she comes over and her tits are all hanging out. And like why can't she just leave us alone? Like we're trying to be together, Ariana. Like it's so then she's like, yeah, dude, like you're coming and attacking my boyfriend and you brought Miami girl to our job. And so we're gonna go back and fuck. No, Ariana, there's like something clearly going on with this dude that this girl would be so incensed to like try to take y'all down. There's something off.
But also like Ariana at that time when she got with Sandoval was just going through the loss of her dad. Like she was going through something really pivotal. And it's like, it sucks when you see like people get into like big commitment things right after going through something. Cause like they might not be thinking like, you know what I mean? Like I don't, looking at who Ariana
Raquel,
versus
same
now,
can be said.
Yeah, it's very true, right? So yeah, you can see a lot of similarities there. And I don't know if Tom's intentionally doing it because again, I do see a bit of the attempting to be a mastermind, but I don't think he's smart enough to actually be one.
But emotionally, and that's what makes them as water signs dangerous. That's why Jax and Tom are so dangerous, is because they possess the emotional home domestic manipulation. That's why I bought the batteries. I took care of the home things. Even when you saw like the shitty apartment and him trying to make up to Kristen by hanging up these sconces, like he
And he hung them up too high. They were way too high up on the wall.
And him like feeling like he's a man and he's gonna build this coffee table and put it together. That's how he schmoozes them over, by doing the domestic. Like there's no other guy that really cares about the house and the home and really making sure that we're comfortable and making sure that all the things that are taken care of. Wow, you're so great. Jack, same thing. We even touched on at the top of this, him being a father. Yeah, a Cancer man with the emotional, even him talking, my favorite was him talking to Stassi's brother about how he should treat Stassi and how he fucked up. And then him like trying to get, he's great with kids, but that's because they're emotional manipulator masterminds. So imagine Ariana talking about, you know, my father's dead, this, that, and I know, and like, I get it. And like, yeah. So like, I'm gonna go out, right? Yeah.
All right.
Like, what are
Your
you
impressions
about,
is
dude?
so on point.
Thank you, because I'm like, I'm watching this man
10 out
like,
of 10.
You're ruining the Cancer brand. This man is, that's what makes him so dangerous. And that's what makes Jax like, whatever emotional fantasy he wants to live in, that's why he can look Lala in the eye and lie like that. It's that scary. It's that scary. If he can emotionally control you. Raquel, if she's breaking down with Peter, this look, I don't know about pageant life, but I also saw your footage, girl. I don't think you were that committed. I don't know how serious you were, but I get it. You were raised and kind of bred into this pretty thing, and now you're trying to figure it out after that. You're having a crisis. James was it was, I get it, Raquel, but what you cannot do is sleep with someone else's, even as shitty as that man is, you cannot be sleeping with someone else's man.
No, exactly. Raquel has had like a very weird life if you've looked into it. Like her mom was not in the picture. It was her mother's sister, I think, that actually raised her. And like there's a weird dynamic among them fighting with each other. And like, yeah, it's so textbook, like somebody who doesn't feel wanted or heard, and it's like, oh, like, you know, the type of aunt that's like, look what I did for you because your mom didn't want you. You know what I mean? Like how cliche is that? Not I don't mean to say it like that, but like it's such a textbook why you end up down the road Raquel ends up with.
And people like Tom, I think they've mastered it. Like broken, wherever Kristen, because also where's Kristen's family? Like, because she's also seemed to like, you're lost out there. Yeah. And that's how they can kind of get you. Because I'm pretty moved all the way. She's disconnected. That's how they can get you.
Girls looking for homes in other people.
Yeah.
Do you think if Kristen had the chance to get back together with Sandoval today, would she take it?
No.
Yeah. I want to believe she's healed. I want to believe she's, listen, I want to believe she's healed. I want to believe that she's healed. I just haven't kept up with her. And I question, especially because she did show up in season 10, her being back in the group, these habits clearly haven't ended. Faith, and like now there's like this like Phoenix vengeance good thing happening, like the Faith revenge of like getting back at Stassi and Kristen, the kind of Kristen revenge of Ariana. She said, good luck, Ariana. You're going to now worry about when he's home. You're going to worry about you win, Ariana. Her win, Ariana monologue has manifested here to where she can kind of be smug and do witchcraft with Ariana about, I don't know. So I don't know, because Kristen, she and Tom, whatever they went through, again, season 1, we were already, 5 years into their relationship. We didn't see whatever was that dark shit they went through before, but we can only imagine. I feel like they are so disturbingly hooked that I worry what will happen if Kristen is now like returned, if she returns to the show, or if she gets thrown back into this group. Now that he's probably gonna be like, yeah, but Ariana was, who knows what he's gonna say,
Yeah, and every single ex-boyfriend that Kristen's had since breaking up with Sandoval is still a trend of being similar to a Sandoval. Like,
yes, she did not break that cycle.
Did she ever end up leaving Carter?
Yeah, she has a new boyfriend.
Okay, also, is she pregnant?
I don't know.
I don't know, because somebody asked me this week if she was pregnant, and I was like, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I just think because she's put some weight on, so everyone's like, oh, she must be pregnant. I just don't think she looks like she's on Adderall anymore. I think she just looks healthy.
Healthy and
healthy.
Centered into herself and the pandemic and
I think she looks beautiful.
I agree.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, do you think Kristen's pregnant? I was like, no. I just think
her boyfriend is this Luke Broderick.
Oh.
With Luke Broderick.
Okay.
During December 2022, hold on. They met June 2022. Okay.
Sorry.
I just made a Stassi I'm pregnant sign.
Wait, are you actually?
No.
Oh my goodness.
No, I'm definitely not.
Oh
I just meant from the Travis.
reveal.
No, the Travis Barker reveal.
Holy balls! I always would have.
I'm not.
I would have literally just hopped on the next flight.
No,
Holy shit!
Definitely not. I
that
promise.
was hilarious. Speaking of pregnancy,
yeah, announcing it on a podcast sounds like me, but no.
Okay,
Yeah.
that was
awful gamer.
That actually. Oh my god. Okay, but yes to that. But that news broke last week while we were filming that podcast because my watch was going off crazy and I was like, what the fuck's going on? And I see Kourtney Kardashian and I'm like trying to stop it. And I'm like, oh, she's pregnant. And
what a pregnancy announcement.
Yes. Okay, as someone who myself has struggled with like having a kid, like just seeing that is giving hope. That there is a better tomorrow and that coming 30 is not a death sentence.
No, right? Yeah, it is.
I'm so happy
I
for
struggle
them.
as well.
Yes, but oh my god, I thought that was the moment that you were going to tell me.
No, it's not. No. Sorry.
Awesome.
Oh my god.
No, happy this isn't actually being videotaped and it's all just audio. That could have been way worse.
Well,
I meant I'm pregnant with your baby.
Oh my god, I would love to be pregnant with you. Like I'm just saying, like we could do it. In The Sims, we could do it.
Thinking about it, if you could put people together to procreate, doesn't matter. In the Vanderpump cast, whose looks are you trying to put together to see a beautiful baby? Lala and anybody. Can Lala's genes help a Sandoval baby?
I was gonna say I was gonna say Lala and Stassi together. I'd like to put those two together. They'd be like
pretty baby.
Yeah,
pretty baby.
That's a beautiful baby.
I think you're just trying to say that because you feel like you're Stassi and you feel like I'm Lala and you want me.
Oh my god, baby, is it working?
I'm still going hard.
Love.
James and Lala's baby after they get married, or before.
James and Lala's baby,
whatever. Their baby can be in the wedding party. I don't care. I'm just it's gonna be adorable.
I think Sheena and Raquel because of the Bambi eyes, and then Sheena's already kind of that baby's like a Pixar wide-eyed Pixar.
Yeah, that would be a Disney princess waiting to happen.
Disney princess ass baby.
Sheena's baby does look like a Disney princess.
Yes.
Makes sense.
I think Cruz is so cute.
Cruz is very
so
cute.
Cute.
Yeah, he is. He looks a lot like Jax too.
Mm-hmm.
If you put Brock,
he doesn't act like
if you put Brock and Jax,
Brock is like Brock's a daddy. Like,
And
yeah,
just give it some like model jacks, you know, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
I hear none of us wanting to mix Schwartz.
No.
We don't do anything with Schwartz
No.
jeans.
But listen,
No.
Oh, poor
Lala
guy.
and James baby, think about the attitude and like sass.
It's gonna have its own
Out of
TV show
control.
right out the
Yes.
womb.
Yeah.
Out of control.
Their
Best
egos.
way.
It's a kid.
That kid is gonna have the biggest ego known to mankind.
I would also put Katie and Allie would also be a Pixar baby, a Pixar Disney princess baby, especially Katie's pouty lips.
Yes.
I
And
love
her
Katie's
recent
look.
haircut.
Katie's
Yeah,
new
I love
haircut
Katie's
is
look.
Oh, I
a
love
vibe.
it.
Gorgeous.
Bringing. Oh. See,
Gorgeous.
the thing is you see these short hairstyles, you're like, I can do this, and then you do it, and then you look like Lord Farquaad. Okay, like, because I shit you not, because it's like I'm like, oh, I want to do it. I want to go back to short hair, and then I'm like, I'll look like a small child. I'll look like. If anyone watched Ned deGrasse Tyrion's School Survival Guide, like I was like the coconut head, okay?
You have to like constantly
hair.
try. You have to keep trying when you have short hair. It sucks.
I know.
But Katie, she just makes like everything work.
Yes,
oh.
yes. I love Katie's look. I
Except
love her
for
look
the
amongst the cast.
orange hair.
What are you talking about?
Oh.
Tequila Katie orange hair is iconic.
I was not a fan.
Iconic, yes, good.
Yeah.
Baby girl
Even
she's like she had dark hair. She's like, I want to go blonde. Just bought a box of box dye, didn't realizing that it takes a long time. You can't just take the black out of the hair. It goes orange first.
They look so different before like the lip fillers and everything.
Yes.
Because even Lala is like, she's not very, like, I think she's naturally a brunette. And so like when she first comes on the show, she still has that, but she's highlighting a lot instead of leaning into the full platinum. So she looks like very interesting when she first comes on versus obviously the way she looks now.
I also feel like her face has slimmed out because like she looks like a brat doll when she first
Yeah.
like,
and I think that's what you're so enamored by that girl. She looks like a brat doll. You are correct, Chloe.
Yeah,
she acts like it too. Faith, Sasha, she just needs 2 more. Get it together. Bratz movie, Lala Kent. I'm watching it.
I would watch it in a.
Oh my god. Okay, if I was to do a Bratz podcast, would you guys want to talk about Bratz dolls?
Yes, only because like it's so funny. Like my sister, so I'm 1990s baby, and so my sister, she had Bratz, but like obviously I'm gonna play with her because So I was obsessed. We played with the video games, all of that. So I can talk about Bratz, Rockstar.
Did you do a Barbie one already?
The Barbie one. I am going to be doing a Barbie one, and it's going to be filmed on July 15th, and
I bet it's gonna be good.
We are gonna we're gonna rank the original Barbie movies.
Ooh, that is
so if
cool.
You guys
I'm excited for the new one.
If you guys want to join that, you can come back as well. If anyone actually wants to join that, come join. It's going to be early, but it's going to be worth it. But no, I want to do a Bratz one. I also want to do that. I loved Bratz. Like I was a Bratz over a Barbie. I started Barbie, worked my way to Bratz because Bratz to me felt was more fashion.
Yes.
Where Barbie was all like career.
Passion for fashion.
Well, I would even argue. So I think my love of The Sims came from my love of Barbies because my father built me these like shelves, and I would literally make like apartment style places out of my Barbie, and I would spend more time on the architecture of what I would like. I would build a mall for my Barbie to play in on one level, and then her apartment on the other, like in the kitchen on the other side. And it's like, I knew I
had the same, but in a bookshelf.
Yeah.
Right.
I designed one at work actually the other day. It was so cute.
I love the photo you sent me too this week. I love that. I'm so proud.
It's so dope. It's so cool.
Thanks.
Well, is this a good spot to wrap her up for this podcast? Did we get our Vanderpump fill in? I feel like we did.
I'm down for whatever. I can always talk about anything.
Honestly, because I'm still making my way through, so I can come back and find a few like what is going on here. Because I just feel like there's still some things. I'm glad that we're touching on other, like maybe some of the other cast members that aren't so commonly talked about. We did cover Shay and his addiction, and we
But like
covered
Randall
Brittany.
Emmett would be fascinating to
Yeah.
talk about.
Mhm.
So they're
So
next week.
there's so much to talk about. Ken, we talked about Ken.
we could definitely do it. It can't be next week because for me and Disney, it's a long weekend. And it's also US long weekend too. It's Canada Day and America, and I was gonna say America Day. I mean, it might as well be America Day.
Yeah, whatever your day's called.
But we could definitely pick up again sooner.
And something I'm sure will happen.
Oh,
Something
yeah.
will happen.
Oh,
I think we should just do Bravo. Like, just talk
yes.
Bravo. Yeah.
We can be the Bravo ladies.
Yeah, I'm into it.
Open it up.
I would love that.
Awesome.
Okay. Well, everyone, thank you so much for coming to part 2. There will be a part 3. It's going to be a little bit more spread out than part 1 and part 2, but I cannot wait for us to film part 3. Let's do a quick, where can we find your amazing work, starting with sulsulmelb?
You can find me at sulsulmelb. That's my Instagram for all of my cool, fun Sims stuff and any Bravo tea. If you go through my stories, I just like to share what everybody's doing in the Bravo universe.
I love it. Miss Disney Sims.
Hello, at the Disney Sims, at Townie Tales on Insta and TikTok, and on EA at the Disney Sims if you want to download any of my princes and princesses for your baby challenges.
I love it. Simsathon, how about you?
Yeah, you can find me at Instagram at Simsathon.
Woohoo!
I love it.
Yeah.
Guys, this video actually has a sponsor today. I got a new sponsorship this week. It is for Nair hair removal. I was very fortunate to get part of their summer campaign. Do you guys, like, it's very important, especially in the summer, you're putting sunscreen on your face, you're putting makeup on, you're going crazy. It's really important to have smooth face. For me, I have no shame in the game. I have a female beard. I shave my face all the time. No shame in the game, my friends. More women shave their face than you think they do. So Nair provided me this new product. It rubs on your face. It does remove parts of the peach fuzz. It just leaves your face feeling really, really smooth. The fact that it's watermelon leaves your face also feeling hydrated, and it smells good. I personally love it. I want to thank Nair today for sending me this product. You are awesome. And please, please, please go check out everybody. And if you like what I do, please consider sponsoring me on Patreon. I super appreciate it. And please go check out sulsulmelb, Disney Sims, and Simsathon, and have a great rest of your day, everyone. Bye. Until we meet again with our iconic leaving as us pretending.
Splashes.
And
it's our time. These are the best days
of our lives. Bye, everyone.